Good morning, everyone. This is our regular November meeting. We're meeting in the Madison County Board of Commissioners. Will be held this day on November the 15th. It is exactly 8:31 at the West Tennessee Research and Educational Center, 605 Airways Boulevard. And it's in room 150 right here in good old Jackson, Tennessee. Aren't y'all glad to be here? Amen. Good. I'll turn it over to Commissioner Wall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This morning we have Pastor Ron Benton coming to lead us in our invocation.
Will all rise?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let us pray. Eternal God, our Father, we come first of all saying thank you. Secondly, we need you. We cannot make it without you. We ask for guidance, dear Lord. We ask for support to bring our community closer and the ones that's in charge to become close as well. That we'll be able to serve our community as it needs to be served. We love you, we adore you, we magnify your name. And dear Lord, just in case there's somebody here on today that needs you, that stands to my left or to my right or behind me or in front of me, we ask that a special blessing be passed out on their families. We thank you for this prayer. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Now, you didn't tell her, Pastor? You didn't tell everybody your son just graduated from Paris Island Marine Corps.
I've been a waterhead for the whole week. For you guys that don't know, my son was in one of the major games here in Jackson. And he joined the military. Came to me and said, Dad, I want to be a Marine. You know, we're a military family. And gave me 2 Uzis and a 45 automatic. And I asked him, I said, man, what are you doing with these guns in your possession? You know, I'm a pastor. I'm kind of big time around here in Jackson. He said, Dad, all of us got it. I said, who is the us? He said, all the young people in the streets. So I started crying. He left. During his boot camp, he became squad leader. And he put his hands, him and another squad leader put their hands on some of the Marines, trying to discipline them because they felt like they were superior. And so they kicked them back 5 weeks. So I just knew then that my son was going to quit. And he walked up to his drill sergeant, his nose touched his nose. And he said, I'm not going to leave here until I'm a Marine. He started to leave Friday, supposed to have been leaving, going to Camp Geiger in Jacksonville, North Carolina on the 22nd, which is his birthday. He'll be 20. And he said, I need an extra 7 days while I'm there. I want to work with the recruiters. So he's going to hit all the games. He's going to go to Liberty. He's going to North Side. He's going to South Side. He's going to the alternative school for his 7 days. And then him and I are going to fly out together to go to Jacksonville, North Carolina, so he can report. And I thank you too, man. That means a lot to me. I ask for you guys that know what prayer is all about to send your prayers up, because believe it or not, I mean, your children may be doing well now, but life is not over with for them yet. We've got a lot of peer pressure. We got a lot of fear pressure going on right now, and they have got to intertwine. I hope everybody will listen to me while I'm talking, because this might be your blessing for you, for your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren. And I wish you guys well, and thank you for all you've done. I respect the court. I respect the police officers on both sides. I respect the commissioners and the city councilmen. And I hope you guys respect each other as much as I respect you guys. I love you. God bless you. I got to go to VA hospital right now. They want to do some tests on me as well. We got 50 years in the military, me and my wife. And we thank y'all so much. And God bless you. And y'all send a special prayer for your president here. He needs prayer bad. I can pretend off ain't got it yet. All right.
Thank you, Robert. Roll call.
Alexander. Arnold.
Yes.
Beckham. Here. Bond.
Here.
Brantley.
Here.
Brown Claudel. Brown Scott.
Here.
Bryant.
Here.
Cleek. Here. Compton. Here. Deaton.
Here.
Ellison.
Here.
Gobble.
Here.
Hale.
Here.
Hampton Pearson. Johnson Arthur.
Here.
Johnson Barber. Martin.
Here.
Mercer. Montague.
Here.
Petty. Spearman.
Here.
Stevenson.
Here.
Taylor.
Here.
Wall.
Here.
21 present, Mr. Chairman. No, I'm sorry, 20 present.
20 present. 5 absent.
Yes, sir.
Item number 3, I'd accept the motion to approve the minutes for the previous meeting on October the 18th.
So moved.
Have a motion by Commissioner Arnold. Second by Commissioner Wall. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? None. Presentation by the county mayor.
We have none this morning, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Announcement from the chair. You notice Sarah's not here today. She has contacted a small bug, it appears. And Commissioner Arnold has tested positive for COVID-19, but he's okay. He's just being safe and staying out.
That's Commissioner Alexander.
I mean, Alexander, who does that?
Trying to wish something on you.
I apologize. Item number 6, announcement for my school superintendent. I don't believe, is he here? Don't think so. Be something going around. Item number 7, progress for the jail. I'm sure we got a nice report on that.
Oh, everything's going good. Got a construction meeting at 1 o'clock this Wednesday. Everybody's welcome to come. You've been by there, finishing up touches. Driveways are going in, parking lots are going in, some of the equipment's coming in. Starting to really take shape. Appreciate you coming by, taking a tour. Some of you already have. But everything's still looking good. Still looking probably about the middle of December.
Good deal.
Turn it over to us and then we'll start working on it.
Item number 8, report from Jackson Chamber. Did everybody get a notice on this meeting? Item number 9, report from Lori Nunn. I think we should have a subpoena and go out and get these folks. Item number 10, report from the finance director, Karen Bailey. She is here.
He's here.
Thanks. I'll make it short and sweet. Update on the ARP money. We had a webinar last week, and I know Commissioner Stevenson has talked about bonuses. First of all, when we do bring it before the commission, it can't be called bonuses, it's premium pay. Also, we found out that on the departments that we thought we could do 100% payment from, such as sheriff, fire, health department, we've got to go back and evaluate who actually had direct contact with the public. I've already talked to the sheriff about that. I talked to Kim and Angela at the health department about that. So not all employees are automatically going to be included in that. So now we're having to go back and carve out. So again, we hope to have something to you at the December meeting on that. Secondly, you all saw that the infrastructure bill passed. I know there's been a lot of questions about will we get the second half of our funding. We still will not know about that until May or June. Right now we have the $9.5 million, but the other is still in limbo, and we hope to have updates that I'll keep you updated now that it's actually been passed as to whether or not money will flow back down to counties and municipalities. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Karen. Appreciate it. Item number 11, report from county officials standing in special committees in the old business, actually they're out by this board. Mr. Compton?
Mr. Chairman, Property Committee met this last week as the issue with the property that was talked about at the last meeting to be given to us for a new county park was sent to Property Committee. And we, in the meantime, since last meeting to the property committee meeting, there was a couple things that came to light. Which number one was that in an email from Miss Eva Talley Sanders, who is one of the three siblings that's the owners of the property, said that that they are looking to give the county the property, but it would not be effective until her brother Marvin, and brother Alan are all three deceased. So that changed things just a little bit in what we were looking at in property committee. I know our county attorney has also had some communication with the family's attorney, and there could be a different time frame. But in the midst of all of that, property committee did have a recommendation to bring to the floor that the county proceeds to pursue the property that will be given to us by allowing our county attorney to work with their attorneys on a time frame, and then to immediately allow Parks and Rec to put a sign up on the property there on the road frontage that says future site of the Van Lawson Eva Talley Park, and move forward with that. That is a recommendation from the property committee.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None.
And I will say that Chris did indicate that the price of that sign was around $512, and that he had that in his budget to put up. And the Conservation Board met later that night and said, and took the exact same action for us to move forward with county attorney and for the sign. Also, Mr. Chairman, Capital Committee, or a few of us met last week, did not have a quorum present, so there was no action. But the meeting was to start reviewing the 3-year plans that the department heads had given Ms. Bell. And I just wanted to bring to the full body's attention of the dollar amounts that we are looking at in capital request. For FY23, right now, we have a total capital request of $5.8 million. In FY24, we're at $4.5 million, and FY25 sitting at $3.6 million. So those are large numbers. Those are a lot of capital requests, and those do not include any of the large capital projects that are being discussed by long-range planning, as far as a juvenile court building, as far as Pope School, and it includes 0 education capital. This is just capital requests from our standing departments in the county. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. Capital Committee will continue to meet, and then once we know how much money we're going to have allocated, we will start prioritizing those projects.
Our long-range planning committee was postponed. Did we reschedule that yet?
We're for sure having one on the 30th, unless y'all have a report on staffing as far as the detention center, but we can meet prior to that if you think we need to.
What do you think?
I mean, I think we're okay with meeting.
All right, that's fine. Commissioner Wall.
Thank you, Chairman. In Commissioner Alexander's absence, he's asked me to bring forward to you from our Highway Committee. There was a motion made and approved by the committee to bring forth to you today to approve the installation of a culvert at Puborn Park out at Oakfield. The cost of this is around $14,000, but will be reimbursed by our Parks and Recreation Department. This is to prevent further flooding on the neighbor's property and the back side, or the east side of the park, north side, okay, north side of the park there. This is a committee recommendation.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None.
Rules Committee also met this last week. There's nothing going forth in the form of a motion or anything, just for information purposes. Wanted to let everybody know that we discussed, a motion was made and discussion ensued about electronic voting for the commission. This would be similar in fact to the city council. If you've ever been to a city council meeting, you see a board with the city council members' votes. on the board. We're discussing that. We have actually voted in the committee to send that over to our IT department, Matt's going to look further into that and bring some ideas back to us to be able to bring back to you, hopefully in the next meeting or so.
Commissioner Wall, our rules committee met, correct?
Yes, sir.
And did everyone get a copy of our rules? I don't think maybe Sarah did get them on it, but you will. If you will, would you turn to 4B and read what our rules say about the things we should be, how we conducting our meetings?
Absolutely. 4B says, speaking. When a member is about to speak and debate or deliver any matter whatsoever to the commission, the member shall be recognized as required in Rule 4A. Then proceed with his or her remarks confined strictly to the question under debate and avoiding all personalities, all caps. A committee chairperson, the designee, or the author of a resolution may speak as often as the situation requires. No other member shall speak more than once on the same subject until every other member has had an opportunity to speak. No member, except for committee reports, shall speak longer than 5 minutes on the same subject in the first speech, and 2 minutes on any succeeding speech unless by consent of the commission.
Thank you. It's possible that sometimes we've been a little lax in some of our rules, so I'd appreciate it if everyone would get the rules, read them. These are the rules that you have approved. These are the rules that we should abide by. Any question about that? Thank you, Commissioner Wall. Commissioner Hale.
Yes, sir. Concerning the redistricting committee, I'd like to take up items 14 and 15 as they are committee recommendations.
Good, go right ahead.
So number 14 is the Madison County School Board redistricting resolution. It should all have been in your packets. This is coming forward as a committee recommendation that was unanimous, and so we're making that now.
Yep. Is there a copy of that that you should put on the board?
As far as the map,
Member resolutions.
which would you like to see, sir?
The school board.
The school board map? Are there any questions?
It's committee recommendation. There's no second required. Anyone want to discuss this? Roll call.
Alexander. Arnold.
Yes.
Beckham.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Brantley.
Yes.
Brown Claudel. Brown Scott.
Yes.
Bryant.
Yes.
Cleek.
Yes.
Compton.
Yes.
Heaton.
Yes.
Ellison.
Yes.
Gobble.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Hampton Pearson.
Yes.
Johnson Arthur.
Yes.
Johnson Barber. Martin.
Yes.
Mercer. I'm sorry, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Montague.
Yes.
Petty. Spearman.
Yes.
Stevenson.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
I heard.
Well, you missed Ms. Bond.
Oh, he got me, we ordered.
Oh, you did call her. Excuse me.
No problem. I heard 21 yes
We're just not alphabetical.
and 4 absent.
21 yes, 4 absent. Motion passes. Item number 15.
Number 15 is the commission redistricting, which we'll come to this one. This is the precinct, so this map is a little more convoluted than the original one. So that each district has 2 or 3, sometimes even 4 precincts in it. And so Ms. Lott was instrumental in getting the precincts put together after we had a general map from the committee. I'm also happy to present this as a unanimous recommendation from the redistricting committee to resolve this and adopt our commission districts.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alexander. Arnold.
Yes.
Beckham.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Brantley.
Yes.
Brown Claudel. Brown Scott.
Yes.
Bryant.
Yes.
Cleek.
Yes.
Compton.
Yes.
Heaton.
Yes.
Ellison.
Yes.
Gobble.
Yes.
Hale.
Yes.
Hampton Pearson.
Yes.
Johnson Arthur.
Yes.
Johnson Barber. Martin.
Yes.
Mercer.
Yes.
Montague.
Yes.
Petty. Spearman.
Yes.
Stevenson.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Or 21 yes, Mr. Chairman, 4 absent.
21 yes, 4 absent, motion passed.
And then the last one didn't make it through committee, so I would need to suspend the rules to take up the districting for the constables. Motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Have a motion second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. Continue.
This was in your agenda packet. Very grateful for Stan for all his work. He's still in here. He's always behind Mike. Okay.
Hey, Stan, good to see you.
This was probably only maybe an hour or two of work overall, right? Just a couple hours. And so this is, if we have any questions for Stan as far as the constables, he's more than happy to answer them. But this is, I would make the motion that we adopt this resolution for the constable district.
The constable will actually would coincide with the county commissioner district, basically, wouldn't it?
They're not changing much.
We basically, the constable districts are based on the county commission districts, so since the county commission districts changed, the constable districts are changing some. We had to research this one a little bit because it was unsure exactly what the process was for adopting these districts. So under state law, they follow the same reapportionment process as county commission districts and school board districts. So that's why it requires that it be presented to you in resolution form. But again, we followed the same pattern that we had before. I will tell you, just so you know, because of some of the changes in our districts, it wasn't possible to align everybody that is incumbents in their districts because some of the districts changed so much that the district, the county constables representing that are so far away from each other and outside of districts that we weren't able to get everyone. We did get 7 of the incumbents in their districts, but 3 of them it's just impossible.
Now you're referring to constables.
Constable,
yes, sir.
What about the second, Mr. Chairman?
I need a second.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Creed. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Alexander. Arnold.
Yes.
Beckham.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Brantley.
Yes.
Thank you. Brown Claudel. Brown Scott.
Yes.
Bryant.
Yes.
Cleek.
Yes.
Compton.
Yes.
Deaton.
Yes.
Ellison.
Yes.
Gobble.
Yes.
Hale.
Yes.
Hampton Pearson.
Yes.
Johnson Arthur.
Yes.
Johnson Barber. Martin.
Yes.
Mercer.
Yes.
Montague.
Yes.
Petty. Spearman.
Yes.
Stevenson.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
I heard 21 yes, Mr. Chairman.
21 yeses and 4 absent. Motion passes. I'd like to just comment on the fact that the redistricting was not any major changes. Our county, the biggest changes in our county, people moved from one district to the other that created some of the changes that we would have to make. But overall, I think the process went very smooth, and I hope everyone is pleased with how the outcome is. Item number 15.
We're on 12, sir.
We're on 12. You're correct. Any amendments or transfers to the general fund, school department, capital project, highway department, debt service, juvenile court service budget for fiscal year 2021?
Mr. Chairman, there's a couple of things before I get to the amendments. Our benevolent fund is all but depleted. Anyone that can and will, since Sarah's not here, if you'll give it to the chairman or myself, we'll see that Miss Sarah gets it. And we do need to build this up because
Folks, I hope you know how we use a benevolent fund. We normally send out Bibles and representing someone who's been deceased from someone connected with the county, close relatives of the county commissioner, and whoever anybody requests. So I think it's a very important thing for us to do, and only a handful of you participate in giving to the benevolent fund. Maybe because you're not aware of it, but we're making you very aware now that if everyone chipped in a little, it wouldn't be depleted. It's been depleted for quite a while, and someone else had to pick up that cost. But just consider that. You're not forced to do it, but encouraging you to do it.
Mr. Chairman, we have 2 two resolutions here to,
Let's see, Ms. Bell.
I just wanted to say, before he begins the amendments, I'd like to make sure the whole commission understands why there's no school amendments this month. Dr. King and I are working on a transition with his department, and we're reviewing everything with the Department of Education, so when he presents those, I want to make sure the full body understands why there are no school amendments this month.
Thank you.
we have two resolutions that the Finance Committee has approved. Is to, rent or copiers for the Extension Office and for the Health Department. And we have to bring that to the Commission since it's to do this, we have to go this route.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None.
All right, the amendments. Insurance recovery and refund, item 1, highway, $6,343.31. This was insurance recovery on a truck that was in an accident.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None.
Item 2, highway, $3,500, insurance recovery for guardrail damage.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None.
Item 3, building department, $356.75, a refund from Fuel Man.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None.
Item 4, maintenance, $3,550, sale of equipment.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None.
Item 5, sheriff, $18,715.96, 911 interface reimbursement, and ball game overtime reimbursement, and COVID grant reimbursement.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None.
Item 6, juvenile court services, $1,350, reimbursement for canceled conference registrations.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None.
Item 7, sheriff, $10,070, purchase license to unlock seized phones.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None.
Item 8, human resources, $8,592.45.
Commissioner Johnson, that one was removed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Item 9, maintenance, $3,299.99. That's for a local plumbing company that was not able to do the job because of lack of manpower.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Item 10, Parks and Recreation, $14,503. Amendment request to cover Puborn Park driveway culvert installation and to prevent flooding on the adjacent property.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None.
This is all the amendments, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Johnson. Any other reports? Ms. Nunley, we overlooked you, but I see that you came in. Would you like to give us a report?
Well, we're continuing to meet for the Community Economic Development Commission. We had a great report from Commissioner Jason Compton on the Sportsplex and the numbers for this year, so things are looking very positive in that way, and we appreciate the work that's going on out there. Getting ready for the holidays with the USJ holiday mark coming up, the Jackson and Madison County Christmas Parade the first Monday in December, and then we're already starting the sales season for 2022. So things are moving very quickly and very fast, and business still looks to be good. We're awaiting our report for September right now, but from my conversations with the hoteliers, we look for everything to be very positive.
I think you can say the future for Jackson can be very, very bright. Don't you
Absolutely.
agree?
Absolutely. It's very positive right now. I think our biggest challenge is looking at further product to be developed. And what does that mean? We just need things for people to do when they're here. We have the hotel rooms, we have the space, we have the great Lodge project online, but we need activities and things for people to do. And it's not the old traveling that we used to have in the old days. I mean, it's more experiential where people are active, zip lines, you know, the kayaking, I keep bringing those things up. It's more experiential. And so I encourage you and your constituents, when you're talking with them, if there are people that are interested, please send them our way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There's no doubt the growth that we can expect in Madison County in the coming years. We got to prepare for it through law enforcement, through our educational process, and I hope we're all mindful of that. But thank you very much for that report. No more committee reports?
No, 13, sir. Mayor's report.
Yeah. County Mayor.
I think I'll be short, Mr. Chairman. One thing we need to take up today, and if you remember last year, no, let's say this year, the President declared Juneteenth a national holiday. That was not observed by us. It was not observed by the state. Now, we are in process of getting the holiday schedule in place for this coming year. Right now, the county employees has 14 and a half days of holiday through the year. That's what it's been. That's what it's been for a number of years. I believe the state's holiday schedule, the state gets about 12 days. So my question to you, I think we need to vote one way or the other to celebrate, add another holiday, celebrate Juneteenth or not, so that we can get, I want everybody to agree on what we need, the direction we need to go.
But the state did not approve that, correct?
The state didn't this year. I have not seen what they're proposing for next year, but they did not celebrate last year.
Mr. Cox.
Just as a point of information, the city of Jackson did receive it, and it is on the city of Jackson's holiday calendar moving forward.
I like to make those that we celebrate. I like to second that.
Have a motion and a second that we celebrate, what's that date called?
It's Juneteenth.
Well, what does that really mean?
I don't know the date.
What do we celebrate?
June 14th.
Say it again.
19th.
They will get
observed on the 20th,
the
which is a Monday.
And what is it?
What is the holiday? I don't really know what the holiday's for. Does anybody know?
I think it's celebrated by the African American community, or they look at Juneteenth as an actual day of freedom when the
Slave was free.
emancipation. Yes, this one, the emancipation.
well, it was really that came later after that, but that's when it is official as far as they're free.
Commissioner Taylor.
Just a point of reference from the Budget Committee is that, we, and personnel, we approved holiday pay of 2.5 times, so there are going to be some financial, things to discuss going forward. And the only thing I'm saying is there another holiday that we'd like to get rid of?
Commissioner Cox.
In order for us to do this properly, I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules to continue this discussion.
Have a motion to suspend the rules? Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. All right, continue. Commissioner Wall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our Deputy Clerk McGuire back here gave me this information to share with you. Juneteenth is a federal holiday in the United States commemorating the emancipation of African American slaves. It is also often observed for celebrating African American culture. Originating in Galveston, Texas, it has been celebrated annually on June 19th in various parts of the United States since 1865. The date is going to be June 19th, 2022.
Mayor?
Well, I think we have a choice of adding yet another holiday, which would put our holiday schedule up to 15 and a half days, or not adding to a day, another holiday, but substitute moving another holiday we have, President's Day, or some other holiday to celebrate that day. But I think the real question is, are we going to add a day, or if the employee population, office holders feel like we need to celebrate Juneteenth, then let's swap a day. So that's really what I'm asking. Well, do we want to add a day to the schedule? And if not, then we would then poll, and I think the place would be the personnel committee to the personnel department to kind of just talk to the employees. I mean, communicate with the employees. Do you want to swap this day for this day?
Commissioner Hale?
As Chair of Personnel Committee, this is something we have discussed in the past. We haven't fully considered all of the dollars when adding another holiday. I know when we did decide to adopt a 2.5 or 3 time, it's a confusing pay scale. Basically double time for folks who work on holidays, like July 4th. I think when July 4th was the first holiday that took effect on, and it had about a $70,000 difference than under the old policy. And so that was just through the Sheriff's Department, if I remember correctly. I'm close on the numbers. So I'm not opposed to the motion. I think it's a good motion. I think we should celebrate that. I want to have a better understanding of the total cost to the taxpayer, and if we want to adjust and say maybe not celebrate Columbus Day. I'm just picking on Columbus Day because I work Columbus Day most times. I don't work at a bank, and so or for the government, and so maybe we want to consider our options instead of just voting on it today. So I'd make a motion to table in order to research and make a committee recommendation through the Personnel Committee.
Motion to table, have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Spearman. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No.
No. I'll vote yes.
Who said no?
Okay.
Somebody say no?
I did.
Commissioner Mercer, that one no. Commissioner Wall, do you want to comment on something?
I was just gonna make a point of clarification. Currently, county employees have 13 and a half holidays. So the addition of another holiday would make it 14 and a half. I think it's 13 and a half. But based on what Carmita emailed out back in June, the holiday schedule for 21-22 is 13 and a half days.
So if the motion was tabled, and it's going back. Gentlemen. Motion was tabled, it's going back to Personnel Committee to be.
We'll meet this month or before the next meeting and hopefully bring a recommendation in December.
Fine.
Just a couple other things. I hope that some of you, I know some of you were around, but we had a really good Veterans Day parade last weekend. And the veterans really appreciated the weather was great. There was a good crowd of folks in the parade. I think it's the largest we've had so far. But I just wanted to say thanks to all the veterans in this community, especially the Veterans Coalition that put all this together. They worked for months putting it together, and then on Veterans Day, they manned bridges on the interstate and flew American flags, and they said the response from the traffic coming by was really phenomenal. So that was a good day. I'm glad that we've, I credit Marty for starting back a Veterans Day parade back about 7 or 8 years ago.
Marty Clemens, yes.
Yep.
Jackie Ellis.
Out in the ballpark, but it is now back downtown. I think that's where it needs to be, so we need to recognize and show our appreciation of our veterans, and it was a great day. Also, we had our bicentennial celebration Saturday. Some of you were there. It was a really good celebration. We are now officially 200 years old. I don't feel that old, but But it was a good celebration. There will still be some bicentennial events that occur. And then, of course, our bicentennial committee is also organizing the cities, and the cities will begin on activities and culminate in August of next year. But it was a really, really good celebration. And the last thing, and she's not here today, but Kim Tedford was named the best leadership during a pandemic last week at the Chamber annual celebration. And it was a real surprise to her, but I think it was very well deserved, and I think Kim's done an excellent job over the last year and a half, guided our community through this pandemic. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. That was 13. We have covered 14. We have covered 15. We're now on 16. Is that correct? Possible approval of Tennessee election leaders to oppose the federal proposed vaccination mandate. Commissioner Hill.
This is something, when we adopt a resolution like this, it's more of a, like a cheerleading resolution. There's no teeth or impact on the law when and if this is considered. This is something that is more of a urging both our state leaders to understand the government overreach with any sort of vaccine mandate placed on employers. This is not anti-vaccine. This is anti-fascism. And so with that, I make a recommendation for this to be considered.
Second.
Have a motion second. Any discussion?
A couple of things. One, it seems to me, and this is just me talking, that it just seems like it's a kind of a pointless resolution in the fact that it does have no teeth. And the second thing, it just seems kind of disingenuous, because to have a resolution that's against mandated vaccines, but it says nothing about mumps or measles, rubella, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, polio, or any of the other laundry list of mandated vaccines that we have, it just seems disingenuous. So I'm going to vote against it.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Alexander? Arnold?
Yes.
Beckham?
Yes.
Bond?
Yes.
Brantley?
No.
Brown Claudel? Brown Scott?
Yes.
Bryant?
Yes.
Cleek?
Yes.
Compton?
Yes.
Deaton?
Yes.
Ellison?
No.
Gobble?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Hampton Pearson?
No.
Johnson Arthur?
No.
Johnson Barber? Martin?
No.
Mercer?
No.
Montague?
No.
Petty? Spearman?
No.
Stevenson?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Wall?
Yes.
$13, 13 yeses, 8 noes, 4 absent. Motion, resolution passes. Number 17, approval of one member to the Educational Vision Committee by the Property Committee. The Property Committee, Commissioner Constable?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Property Committee met, and the Property Committee is recommending Commissioner Montague to fill this spot on Ed Vision.
Committee recommendation, no second required. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. Item number 18, appointment one member to the West Tennessee Training Center Oversight Committee by the Finance Management Committee with approval of a one-year term, Joey Hill, incumbent. Did we do that, Arthur? I don't think so.
No, we didn't.
That'll go on next month's agenda. Item number 19, appointment of one member to the West Tennessee Training Center Oversight Committee by Capital Committee. With this body approval, one-year term, Jason Compton, incumbent.
Mr. Chairman, Capital Committee did meet but did not have a quorum, so we were unable to take the action.
That'll go on next month's committee. You may ask this committee, the Oversight Committee, has really never met, but we felt like it was important to continue with the Oversight Committee. Item number 20, appointment of member to the West Tennessee Training Center Oversight Committee by Property Committee. One-year term.
Mr. Chairman, Property Committee recommends Commissioner Carl Alexander to fill this seat.
Have a motion, no second required. Committee recommendation. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. Item number 21, appointment of 5 members to the West Tennessee Training Center Oversight Committee by one-year term. John Mayer, Eric Turner, Jason Moore, Jimmy Harris, and Lori Nunley, incumbent.
Move to reappoint.
Second. Have a motion second. Any discussion?
Move the second, please.
Commissioner. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. Item 22, appointment of one member of the Jackson Madison County Emergency Management Committee as director by the county mayor. Approval of this body, 2-year term. Jason Moore is incumbent mayor.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to recommend the reappointment of Jason Moore. He's done an excellent job, especially the last couple of years, and so I would recommend his reappointment.
So moved.
Have a motion?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Wong. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. We're moving right along here, folks. Item number 23, election of no republic.
So moved.
Have a motion? Don't be timid. Have a second.
Second, said it's second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. Item 24, any and all matters related to the connection between matters set forth in items 1 through 23. County Attorney Bush.
Mr. Chairman, we need to move into an executive session to have an attorney-client meeting.
Could I do one thing before we do that?
Yeah.
I'd like to have a moment of silence for James Turner. He was a big impact on Jackson. Eric's father.
Eric's father, that's
Passed
correct.
away.
We'll look at that. Thank you for reminding us of that. Let's take a moment for a silent prayer. We'll all stand. Thank you. Commissioner Hale.
Before they sneak out, we've got some LJ soon-to-be graduates in the room, and I'm not going to make them come up here and introduce themselves because they'd be really upset with me. But
well, I think they understand. Where are they?
They're in the back here. Stand up so we can all see your faces. Leadership Jackson is a chamber-run organization, and you should just stand up. Trey is going through it this year as well. And we're grateful for the chamber putting this program on. It is developing current leaders and future leaders, and we're grateful for you guys showing up. It's very exciting 8:30 a.m. meeting.
Well, since you've gone through all this process and you've been able to attend a county commission meeting, how many of you are want to run for county commission in the future?
No takers. Thank you, guys.
Anything else?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I will say, I want to echo what the mayor said about Saturday's bicentennial celebration that was at the NED. We did have 5 commissioners there, and the rest of y'all missed a really, really good program that these guys, that Trey and the Bicentennial Commission had put a lot of work into, and it was a great program. Hopefully you guys will get to see some stuff still throughout the year, but y'all missed a great one.
Anything else? Well, if all the commissioners remain, everyone else is excused. Have a motion, second, to suspend the rules.
Who's the second, please?
Sure. Let me let those folks get seated. We have a motion, second, to suspend the rules. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. Now we'll entertain a motion. Commissioner Wall.
I make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we accept the resolution provided by our county attorney authorizing Madison County to join the state of Tennessee and other local governments as participants in the Tennessee State Subdivision opioid abatement agreement and approving the related settlement agreements attached.
So somebody give them a copy of that. Have a motion second. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Alexander. Arnold.
Yes.
Beckham.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Brantley.
Yes.
Brown Claudel. Brown Scott.
Yes.
Bryant.
Yes.
Cleat.
Yes.
Compton.
Yes.
Deaton.
Yes.
Ellison.
Yes.
Gobble.
Yes.
Hale.
Yes.
Hampton Pearson. Johnson Arthur.
Yes.
Johnson Barber. Martin.
Yes.
Mercer.
Yes.
Montague.
Yes.
Petty. Spearman.
Yes.
Stevenson.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
I heard 21 yes, Mr. Chairman.
21 yeses, 4 absent. See, we can be united on some votes. Motion passes.
Move adjourn.
Have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Roll call.